Crypto enthusiasts, if you don't stay off all these propagandas on social media, you're going to regret, because the bull run will actually happen and you will end up foaming at it up and become the exit liquidity. Why do I say this? I'm saying this because all of those feuds you see against CZ, no be CZ be the target, oh, no be CZ. The target is you and me, retail investors. And why is it so? These big guys knows that the most trusted person in the crypto space and the number one person in the crypto space and somebody who the retail investors have grown to trust is CZ. So throwing CZ means that indirectly you are shaking the positions of all retail investors, which is what they want. So that at the end of the day, you start seeing CZ in negative light. Oh, CZ is no longer that messiah that I used to know in the whole crypto market. Because of that, if CZ is selling, why wouldn't I sell? Oh, more the bull run is over. You now say, boom. Before you know it, that's the media that they used to sell this narrative to you. They will still turn it around, pump the market, tell you how Bitcoin is going to 10 million this particular cycle. You FOMO in at the top, maybe when Bitcoin is around 400 or 500,000, and you lose your money. The media is controlled. If you don't know it today, who are controlling the media? The people who have the money, the people who have the power, the people who have the authority. If you doubt me, let's listen to the Confirmers and the saga between him and one particular bestie who is an actress. After that, we'll come back.
There was a certain blogger that was blasting this news, writing about me, writing about my wife. For Christ's sake, I just got married at the time. This certain blogger was just throwing tantrums back and forth over and over and over again. And I spoke to somebody. I said, do you know this faceless blogger? And the person said, yes. I said, please put me on a call with this blogger. To put me on the call with the blogger. I said, this thing you're posting, somebody has to be giving you this information. What is all this? These things are not even true. What are you writing? You know me before. What thing happened? And the person said, yes, they paid me to write. I said, okay. How much did they pay you? Said, I think 200,000 or 250, I can't remember. And then I said, okay, drop your account. And I sent $500,000. I said, tell me who paid you. And the blogger began to mention names. Began to mention these people. I said, how does
You heard it from the horse's mouth. If that blogger was paid 200,000 to write and he or she was writing, imagine when you place 50 million, right, on this person's table. Now, imagine when you place $200,000 on this blogger's table. Imagine what the blogger is going to do. Now, also see, because the person who was sponsoring all of those blog posts paid 200, this guy now came, paid 500. You see how everything was twisted. The media is a tool against you, only if you understand. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that, number one, the bull run is going to happen. But before that, the Clarity Act will already be rolled out and will already be enacted into law. Now, that should happen around March, April. But this is what I want to tell you. Make sure that you take position fully before that Clarity Act is passed into law. Yes, that is the only thing I have to tell you. The bull run will happen. Number two, this will be the biggest bull run in the history of mankind. Number three, this will be the most uncontrolled bull run. After this bull run, every other thing that is coming subsequently, you no longer see those 1,000 X runners, and it will be heavily controlled by who? By your government and all of these institutions. Do with this information what you wish to. If you definitely come out true, I'll see you in Monaco. Bye.